The amount of uncertainty that surrounds planning a trip is already high. Once this plan reaches the months territory, though, it might as well become speculative gambling. And there is nothing more speculative and uncertain in trip planning than weather. For us, we made it pretty far without weather disrupting our plans, but that streak ended in Mostar. Here's the worst part though, in our 4 days staying in Mostar, it barely even rained. Between constantly overcast skies and budget constrictions, we just couldn't risk spending on an experience without a guarantee of good weather. So experiences like swimming, kayaking, and local tours of the area all went out the window. So what did we do instead? And how did it change our opinions of Bosnia and Herzegovina? Well, the nice thing about long-term travel is that you don't have to book everything right away. We didn't commit to any tours in case we couldn't go, and this ended up being a wise decision. With the money saved and extra time in our hands, we got a more comprehensive understanding of Mostar itself and the history surrounding it, both long ago and more recent. An example of this was spending more time at the Mostar Genocide Museum, which was sobering to say the least. It was an experience I think everyone should go through to preserve the memory of those who were killed unjustly. But on a lighter note, another thing we did was shop. We got shoes, clothes, and even some medication. Because Bosnia and Herzegovina is much more affordable than the rest of Europe, it was a good place to get these errands done. In addition, I got a haircut for the first time since Madrid. Having time to catch up on the regular life stuff made Mostar feel especially comfortable. Above all else though, our time in Mostar felt so much more relaxing than most other places we visited on the trip. I think being sort of stuck there contributed a lot to this and made our time there feel more like what I imagined slower travel to be at the start of the trip. I have a new appreciation for the country and its people that feels much less surface level than if our 4 days there had just been interacting with waiters and tour guides. The regular people living and working in Mostar made us feel safe and ended up being one of the best parts about visiting the country, besides the food, of course.